Much love, and I'm Wayne Johnson with Doc and Queen Ministries. Going to come from Matthew chapter 19, verse 4, 5, and 6, and it reads, Jesus answered, "Surely you have read this in the scriptures. When God made the world, he made people male and female. And God said, that is why a man will leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and the two will become one. So they are no longer two, but one. God has joined them together, so no one should separate them." When we think about this scripture, or when we think about just marriage in general, we come together and we say that at the wedding ceremony and we understand it. But how many of us as married couples actually become one? And you have to understand that the enemy wants us to remain as one. So what we must understand is the two become one. So that means that we combine our bank accounts. We combine our way of thinking. When we disagree on things, that we come together where both parties are winning, a win-win situation where we kind of compromise and do what's best. But there are just so many things that most husbands and wives, even though they think they are two becoming one, they actually not. They're operating as one and one. Sort of like how it looks when there's a difference between a boyfriend and a girlfriend. That is not what God has ordained, and we see it in his scripture. He said, so they are no longer two, but one. So he wants the husband and the wife to be one. God has joined them together. See, the key is when we come together as a married couple, we have to understand that it's just not us two coming together, but it is God has joined them together. Actually, you are three because God leads the both of you. When you allow God to join you together, then no one should separate them. But many times we've already separated, even though we think we're together, because there's so many things that we as couples, we don't agree on. And we do our own thing and we go our own way. And that's not the way God had intended or designed it to be. Just take a look at verse 6. Slow it down and read it to yourself. So they are no longer two, but one. See, God works with unity. God works with togetherness. God has joined them together. God has. Not they has. God has joined them together. So no one should separate them. So if we follow the scriptures and we allow God to lead us, and when husbands don't try to dictate and dominate and look like whatever they say goes, you have to understand God is using this marriage in a great way to represent the way him and Jesus has come together. The way Jesus and the church are supposed to be together. So they are no longer two, but one. God has joined them together, so no one should separate them. Take care. God bless. Much love.